Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to continue with the Ideal Romantic Partner series. Today it's ATEEZ Yeosang turn, so let's see a bit what the cards have to say for him. His energy is that he is a Gemini with a moon in Cancer. We have a lot of moon in Cancers in ATEEZ, so let's see what he actually finds ideal in a partner. So starting with the card of Saboteur, Healer, Virgin, and Guide. So, and the card that I pull out from the Oracle of Romantic Angels is the card of True Love. So yes, very profound and very interesting what actually he finds ideal. So starting with the card of Saboteur, this is a card that actually came out for another idol recently that I read for. But I did make sure to shuffle really well, so nevertheless the card is here again. So the Saboteur, it's a card that somehow it talks about the archetype of someone that comes into your life to somehow modify your whole perception about what you had experienced before. Someone that it's like is going to test you. Probably they're going to test their system of belief or the old patterns of behavior. You know, someone that comes to actually show you a new reality, someone that comes into your life to shift the perception that you have about a certain subject. And since we are talking here about romantic life, I think that probably he somehow is like, I believe he's very traditional because of all the cards that are following this archetype. But nevertheless, I think that there's a part of him that actually he wants someone that can challenge everything he thinks he knows about a relationship or a commitment. Of course, that him being in Gemini with a moon in Cancer, it's like he's someone that his nature is very curious, but probably his moon in Cancer, it's also an aspect in his personality that actually he wants to stick to his value or about everything that he has been taught at home or the way he was raised. So probably he wants to keep some kind of tradition, but then again, he's a Gemini, so probably he is attracted to novelty or to someone that is very different from everything that he has seen before. And I think that he wants someone that can show him like another kind of reality, someone that can teach him like a different kind of experience about love, and someone that can be also very interesting, you know, very different, like a novelty, and at the same time, I think he wants someone that can somehow challenge him, you know, like for example, being more open-minded than he is, or having a different vision or a different point of view about life. Someone that comes to burst his bubble, you know, the bubble that he has been living in. Because I think that he's very self-aware. There's something about him that is like he knows that he's a bit old-fashioned, or maybe that the actually his ideal, it's a bit like not so updated, but he wants probably, if there's someone new or someone different coming into his life, he wants this person to erupt in his life, you know, to be like, okay, here I am, you know, so he can actually let himself go, you know, and allow himself to experience this hand by hand with this person. You know, I think he's a bit shy, so probably he needs someone that can guide him through the process as well. Then we have the card of Healer. So I think that he wants someone that is a bit more like on a spiritual I don't think he necessarily means that this person has to be religious, but I think that he wants this person to have this kind of aura or this kind of attitude where actually they have this healing effect on you. You know that whenever they are around you, you feel like you are healing and you feel protected and you feel like you are in your safe haven. You know, probably someone that just with one word, with one gesture, with one touch, can actually change his whole perspective of life, or has the ability to make him feel really good about himself, you know, to change his moods. Probably he's someone that also has a lot of mood swings, so somehow he wants this kind of healer archetype to come and make him feel at ease and not so nervous or not so anxious about life in general. Is someone that he can turn to, you know, and be like, okay, with you, I feel like I'm healing. I feel like I'm recovering. I feel like I'm connecting with my energy, like I'm healing. And also here with the healer, definitely there's a part of him that he somehow thinks that he needs some healing. So I don't know much about his background. I don't know much about his life outside the group. But probably there's like a kind of a trauma or a past, like situation that he went through that somehow is still affecting him. So this is why he wants this person to have the healing touch, you know, to be healing for him. Then the other card is Virgin. So maybe what actually he finds attractive and he finds ideal is someone that is a virgin. And I don't know if it's like literally, or probably I think that he wants someone that doesn't have much experience in dating or in relationships, so he can match his energy with this person. So I think that probably when it comes to love, he's also very inexperienced. So in order for him not to feel so pressured or not to feel like he is like he is like not good enough, you know, or not experienced enough, in order for him not to feel embarrassed by himself or his lack of experience, he wants a kind of virgin archetype, someone that also can act and can like take this opportunity and also like value these opportunities of living this romance with him as if it was the first time, you know, probably someone that can like find themselves like in this loving relationship with him and feeling very like amazed and very like marvelous by everything that is going on between them. And also the virgin archetype, it's the kind of person that is humble enough to take this experience and being at awe, or being like, wow, like this is very different, I never experienced this before. It's about seeing this experience with brand new eyes, you know. So probably it's not about this person not having a previous love life or experience in love. It's more about this person not looking at their past and comparing and being like, oh yes, I've done this with my ex, or yes, what we're going through now, I went through the same thing with my ex, you know. It's about not bringing back past experiences when you are with him. So, and then the last archetype is the archetype of the guide. So yes, the guide archetype, it's I think that somehow he does feel like a virgin in some aspects, especially now that I'm channeling his energy. I think that he wants someone that he can relate when it comes to him maybe not having much experience. But at the same time, he wants not that person to be 100% naive, you know. I think that he needs a guidance. He needs And I think that this guidance is not only for his romantic life or about dating or about being a couple. I think that it's also this guide archetype. It means that probably he wants this person to help him open up emotionally, and help him like be more in contact with his true nature. Probably there's a side of him that he is very reserved, or he just is not easy to actually get close to him, or get access to how he really feels inside. So seeing here the healer archetype and the guide archetype, I think he wants someone that has like probably that is really good with words, and that is some kind of therapist, or is some kind of like a person that is very empathic. Um, I think that there's like he does have some issues when it comes to expressing his true emotions. And I think that this is why he needs this kind of very empathic nature kind of person, so they can like guide him through the process of trusting someone, of opening his heart to someone and offering his love to someone. I think he is a bit like on the defensive when it comes to this, and probably this is why he feels inexperienced. And I don't think that actually this means that he hasn't dated before. I don't know, because I cannot see it. But I think that if he probably had like some kind of emotional connection with someone in the past, probably these relationships didn't make like a huge impact on him. Probably he did have like a high school kind of crush, or like like a relationship when, not relationship, but a crush when you are at school, or like those kinds of very informal relationships, but very young at the same time. And I think that probably he didn't have dated that person for so long to develop actual feelings. So probably he's feeling right now that he wants to experience this, and in order for him to do so, he needs someone that he can trust and someone that he can feel safe with. I think that he is someone that he has a lot of emotions because he's a moon in Cancer, but he's also very protective of his own emotional world. And let's not forget that also the work that he does, the role that he plays in society, the fact that he is an idol, at the same time gives him this kind of shield, where he somehow distrusts a lot of people. So probably it's not easy to get closer to him or to connect with him in that intimate level. And I think that probably he's the one of these people that, even though they can be interested in you, probably they do not show it, or they are a bit closed off, at first. It's like they have to somehow get to know you really well and for a really long time in order to actually allow themselves to feel comfortable with you and to be themselves. So I think that this guide archetype, it's something that is like, it's almost like he's asking someone that a special person, or that ideal romantic partner, to go easy on him and to be gentle with him, to not rush things, because he's very sensitive. He's a very sensitive person. So even though he doesn't show it, or he wants to act cool, or he wants to act like he's detached, he actually is very insecure. And most of the time, he doesn't know how to manage his own emotional world. So probably he does need this kind of guidance in order for him to also connect with who he really is as a lover. I think that he is still in the process of finding out what his potential as a lover is. Is he going to be a good partner? What is it about to be a good partner, or to be someone's boyfriend? How to do a good job, or how to be good at it, and how to be nice to the person that you love. and how to be present and how to be consistent, you know. And I think that he is a bit worried and insecure about being able to be that kind of ideal as well for the other person, to not disappoint them. And because then we have the card of the Oracle of Romantic Angels, that is the card of true love. So probably he is like looking for a very serious relationship, in the sense that for him it would be ideal to actually connect with someone and that person turns out to be the love of his life, you know. And he does have this kind of fantasy about finding true love. And probably he's not being realistic actually about what true love is, but I think he does believe in love at first sight, or he does believe that you know, when you meet that person, that somehow, you know, the universe is going to conspire, you know, and for you to be with that person. And it's like he's a true believer in the true love kind of vibe, you know. And this also can mean that probably he is a bit naive about this concept, in the sense that, you know, not all relationships turns out to be the true love, but somehow he does have this desire inside of his heart where he just wants to meet that special person, and he wants to marry that person, and he wants to have children with this person. You know, he wants to do this like every step, you know, to be like checking the box. Okay, done, done, done. So he's a bit like traditional in that sense. So I think that this has to do a lot with his upbringing, probably his parents' history, or how they met. It's like this, and probably he like grew up listening to his parents talking about how they met and how it was fate, and how they remained together, and how they worked their differences because it was through love. So he does have like this very kind of very dreamy, very idealistic kind of view about a relationship. He thinks he's waiting for the one, you know. He's not thinking about, you know, oh, I want to go up there and start dating people just to have fun. You know, he is definitely looking for his future wife or spouse, you know. So he's really serious about it. I think that there's something about commitment that for him is very important, to follow the rules or to do things in a certain way, you know, like some kind of a structure. And I think that he definitely needs to check that, because I think that he needs to take it slowly, you know, and not to put all those expectations on that ideal someone, you know. He first needs to make that emotional connection. He first needs to allow himself to be vulnerable in the in this in this kind of experience. I think that he is very sensitive, and you know, like I said, with this healer archetype, I think there's something about his emotional nature that somehow he's not being able to express it to its fullest potential. So probably there's something that he needs to heal from his past. There's like an old wound. There's something about him that it's like he really doesn't know how to deal with the strong emotions, and he does feel the strong emotions, but he just like, probably he came from a background where you know, maybe people that raised him were a bit too strict when it comes to being emotional. You know, if he was very sensitive as a child, maybe they were lecturing him like not to be that way, that he has to be tough, or that he has to be strong, or that he has to be emotionless, you know, like teaching him that emotions are not good for anything, you know, and that he needs to repress them. So yes, I think that this comes from this place. So definitely he needs to find this kind of very empathic partner that can allow him to connect with this emotional nature of him, because there's like a wound child, you know, like a wound from his childhood that is stuck very profoundly in him. But he will be all right. I think that he does want someone also that shares his own values. So if he is a religious person, probably he wants someone that it's the same, you know, for him it's important. So yes, guys, this is all I have for ATEEZ Yeosang romantic ideal partner. So yes, so please, if you enjoyed it, I would appreciate if you give it a like, and also if you share it with other teenies that are interested in listening to this kind of readings. So I appreciate your support always, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.